I'm a little bit fact, but mostly fiction. I'm your operator, here to facilitate these calls that call you. Now, as your ambassador of the exchange, your diplomat to discourse, it is my distinct pleasure to bid you welcome to the Toll Switch. Good evening, ladies and listeners. You're in at the Switch. Each morning, our metropolis awakens in a city-wide splendor. Queens offers a blanket of gold that washes across the cold gray canvas of a breaking dawn. An entree to a new day, one filled with the lessons of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow. A hive of busy bee somebody sets off to work, seemingly even before they wake. Feet to pavement, train to track, hands shaking in friendship and commerce, hands holding the will to build upon beautiful, to make that Manhattan sort of magic happen. Pieces of an urban infinity bound by caffeine and daydreams fitting together as the completed puzzle of our wonderful where. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. And then, the bottom falls out. The plural descends to a painfully silent singular. This once island of Eden, rich with the fruit of intellect, art, and attitude, becomes a casualty, wounded by uncertainty and fear. The undefined forges the redefined. New York, New York, it's a very different town. Tonight's call brings us Max and May, a young couple bound by love, yet broken by this onset indiscriminate cruelty. May gazing from window above, Max walking the streets below, familiarity fading like colors in the sun. Two lives once unified by dreams and dreaming, now driven to vexing isolation. But while his lover weeps, Max walks. The sun shines, the concrete supports his step. He searches for traces of the city that brought them together in hopes of offering May a new day. But when structure falls and faith is arrested, is love enough to help May let go of what was and surrender to what will be? Connecting. One moment, please.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay?
Not sure. You?
I don't know what I am. Other than tired.
Do you think that's something to be concerned about? I mean, should you...
I don't know. Maybe it is. I sure hope not, but... So what are you doing?
Just listening to some music.
I hear it. Sounds sad.
It is.
Why?
Because I'm sad. Misery loves company and all that. So it goes. You see anyone?
No. Mm-mm. You?
No, I've taken in naming my walls.
Uh-huh. You decide what you're going to do?
I want to see you. I really want to see you, but...
Oh, yeah, but you're sad.
Yes, I'm sad. Sad and scared. And though I want to see you, I don't want you to see me. Makes me sick to think about.
Why?
So many reasons. I've been seeing myself lately in ways I don't want you to see me. The time has been unkind.
That's impossible.
It's not. I say it because I feel it, and if I feel it, it is true. What can I trust nowadays if I don't trust what I feel?
I wouldn't dismiss your feelings, but I would dismiss the notion of time being unkind. I mean, that's cruel to say.
Well, what is it if not unkind?
I don't know, it just is. And it's time that we have that others do not, which makes your perception of it selfish. You know, as easy as you calling it unkind, I mean, you could call it...
Call it what?
Holy.
We are dying.
Oh, you don't know that.
You said you feel tired.
Tired isn't dying.
Well, it could be, right?
Sure, it could be. Hey, paint them. Why not?
Paint what?
The walls. You said it yourself, misery loves company. Paint a miserable, ugly face on every wall in your apartment. Yeah, it'll be company.
Why?
Because it's what you do. You paint, right?
I did?
You do? Damn it, you do. But you have been, are, and will be a painter, May, so paint. Paint miserable. Paint the most miserable.
I don't want to do anything. Sometimes I feel like it'd be better if I welcomed it. Just shut it down. I mean, what is this? What are we doing?
Listen, I saw something earlier today. You want to hear about it?
Sure.
So, I was walking, like I do in the mornings, and I wandered over by 11th, making my way towards the river, and I saw a sign.
Why were you over there?
It doesn't matter. I was there, and I saw a sign.
What did it say?
It said, "Take the A train."
Take the A train.
Yeah. You dig that? Like the Ellington song? Da 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 da. Oh, that tune cooks, right? That melody is the musical encapsulation of adventure. I mean, you can hear it in every note. Just hot. Just driving out of sight. As above, so below. So beyond. The rhythm, I mean. When was the last time?
I don't know. I haven't in a while.
Now, so the far out thing here is...
You took the train.
I didn't. But I could have. May, there are so many. So far away, so gone, they can't. I mean, they might never. But I could have, even though I didn't.
I'm glad for that.
Don't be.
Why wouldn't I be? It was a safe thing to do. You're safe. You said you're tired.
In that moment, I wasn't. I was anything but. I felt more alive than I have since all this happened.
Then why didn't you?
Because though I could, it was bested by another notion. The fact that we can. Together.
I can't, Max. I won't.
You could. We could. And I say let's. May, it's time. I mean, it really is.
You're going to reduce everything to it's time.
I am, because it is. It's time.
It's time. It's time. It is. Time to assess the loss. And I say let's. What's the measure? You tell me yours, I'll tell you mine, Max. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, family, friends, bodies, blood, sun in our faces. What's your measure? My measure, mine is the child I might have had one day in a world without...
Without what? Without what, May?
A world without this!
Yeah, you measure a world without, while I measure a world with you.
Don't.
Why?
Because I don't like what I see. You won't like what you see. You won't want me.
I swore I would forever. The day I asked, you remember?
Everything has changed.
My measure, you want to know?
Yes.
I see healing out there. It's why I wander. I wander, asking how, asking what, and then I always arrive at who. And I think I can't help that healing. I can't be a part of it if I am not whole. Whole in the way that I need to be. Whole next to you. I mean, me out here, you up there. Right now, My world without... I measure my loss in your fear, and I wander, waiting for it to...
Don't wait, it won't.
No, it has to. Listen, do you remember when we used to sit for hours at Reggio, talking about Rome, what kind of a perfect life we could have there, even with so little? And then after about 2 or 3 espressos, we'd walk. And we would make our way to the park, and we would look at ourselves in the water holding hands. And we would see our city as lucky.
I remember.
I would grab a bench to sit and study, and then you would look at yourself in that same water, just you, and you would stare a long time.
I would go home and I would...
Yes, you would what?
I'd paint it. My image from the water. No detail out of reach. I remembered all of it, even after hours had passed. I could put every bit of it on the canvas.
Why would you paint it?
We always ended up there when it was near dusk. The light touching me would touch the water the same way. Such a careful stroke. The gentle movement of the water would heal even the hardest of lines. I wanted to be that. Forever. Soft line, soft light. A child, a young girl, a woman. So I painted.
When was the last time?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either.
But it's over.
It's not. The light is still here. You are still here as far as I can tell.
The city has gone from lucky to lost.
You underestimate.
What?
Magic.
Doesn't exist. This isn't the Emerald City, Max.
What do you call the water if not magic?
Bile? That image has long been gone, just broken down.
Do you love at all anymore?
What? Why?
Because if you love, you live. And you live for those you love, and you live for what you love, and you live to love more.
To live, you need to breathe, and I can't. Not in here, not outside. It's just perpetual asphyxiation.
Why? Why? The air is still there. It's changed, sure, but it is there. And so are you. Breathe if you want to, love because you need to, and live as you must live. But this, it's a fear of dying from someone who isn't living. It's nothing more than contradiction.
What did they say today?
They feel like it could be random nuclear exposure. It would account for what happens to the bodies when this thing runs its course. It's the only logical explanation, but I don't know. They don't know for sure.
What do they know?
Well, what the numbers say.
And what's that?
That there are fewer today than yesterday, and this month was better than last month.
And those numbers, whose numbers are those?
Ugh, listen, I get it. I'm not going to say I don't, but it ain't the source. It's the message.
And an end?
They believe it's a matter of time.
They that manufacture those precious numbers believe it's a matter of time. How much time?
It could be tomorrow. Who knows? But they say it's ending, and I believe them.
How could you?
How couldn't I? I mean, would you tell a starving family, goddamn that bread? Yes, I believe them. I believe soon that my tired will no longer be a symptom, but a byproduct of a beautiful day. I believe there is adventure on that A train, free of sickness and filled with possibility. I believe in that water that presented you as some sort of abstract angel. And yes, this isn't the Emerald City, but I believe it damn sure is close. Close enough for me not to give up on it, because I live to love it as I live to love you.
I won't say I can't ever, but I can't yet. Can you accept that? Please tell me you're willing to accept that. Just for now. Please be willing to accept that. This is all I have, Max. These minutes, you. I know you think it isn't much, and I know how much more you wish it could be. But for me, a call from you, it's everything. If I lose your faith in me and persistence of love and life, not only do I lose my air, as I've so chosen to begrudge myself, I lose my light.
Well, I'm fighting to get mine back.
And one day you will win that fight. Just not today. I'll get back to being sad and scared because it's what I do these days, and you can get some sleep.
Yeah, I will.
I'll call tomorrow. You'll call tomorrow?
Yes, of course I will.
I can recall a dream I had when this all began. It started with this thing, this dread we all now know, being there. And then it was suddenly here. And it ended with an ask, is this goodbye? Then I woke up, took a breath, took my coffee, reclaimed my place in the world, and I realized that living is far better than offering credence to that which was trying to best my resolve. I couldn't, and I wouldn't call it an end. I screamed at it, and then they screamed at it, the nameless with brave faces. I couldn't see them, but have seen them so very often. They hollered with. I heard them. They heard me. You won't be me. You won't beat me. I'm a New Yorker. And despite a windfall of change, that has not changed. I share with you. I care with you. I break and bruise, sing and scream with you. It's just how we make that Manhattan sort of magic happen. Together, even when alone. We love until the walls fall, and we pause only to build them back up. May was right. This isn't the Emerald City. It's more than that, better and bigger than that. New York doesn't exist because of fantasy. It exists because of the fantastic. 6:30 a.m. will come for all who welcome it. Hope will rise in gold again above Queens, pushing that gray away for a day that shall bring us back. How far back? If I had to guess, I would say not far enough to forget, but just far enough to remember who we are and why we are here. This is your operator, disconnecting. Good night.
Thank you for listening. This has been a Toll Switch Studios original audio play. Alone Together stars Whitney Hudson as the operator, Molly Densmore as May, and Dave Droxler as Max. This episode was written, directed, and produced by Thomas Justino, executive produced by Mike Harry, and edited by Tony Nigro. Mixed by Michael Keir, and original music composed, arranged, and produced by Ananth Sundara. And I'm Noah Vanderveer Harris. If you're enjoying listening to the Toll Switch podcast, please follow us, drop us a review, and spread the word so we can connect with others as we have connected to you. This is Toll Switch Studios signing off.